Good morning. Okay, let's talk about this right here. So in my flash briefing last week, I mentioned that when Mark Zuckerberg announced that, sorry, I'm getting notifications. When Mark Zuckerberg announced that the Oculus Go was going to be available to everyone for $199 and they were going to start shipping it, I jumped on it right away because if you've ever done a VR, like whenever they do the demos at the mall or whatever, if you've ever gotten inside a virtual reality experience, you know that it is really cool. But beyond that, I am interested in virtual reality for what it means. Like when Facebook bought Oculus Rift years ago now, I just knew that they were not buying it for the gaming, because the more you read about virtual reality, the more it is very clear that between this and AI and augmented reality, stuff is changing really fast, and there's going to be some incredible opportunities for us. And I never think about the scary part. Okay. I always think about the fun, exciting part. But what I want to tell you is that this is wireless. It's wireless. You don't need a phone. I mean, you need a phone because you have to connect an app, but you don't need a phone to use it. There's built-in speakers right here, so you don't even need earphones. And you put it on, and then you press a button, and then you're in virtual reality. So this morning, I had a meditation session with Deepak Chopra in the coolest world, like this world that you have ever seen. Absolutely gorgeous. Then after that, I decided to climb to Mount Everest base camp with a group of the sweetest guys. That was actually like a recorded experience. But here's the thing. This is why it matters in terms of business, marketing, and all that good stuff. This blew my mind. So yesterday, this is why I got so excited about it, is when Mark Zuckerberg was doing his presentation at the F8 conference, he said that they were incorporating social experiences with the VR. So they created two areas. One of them is called Oculus Rooms, okay? And you go into the room, and it's a virtual room that you can decorate, change the furniture. You can put pictures on the walls from your own photo collection, so pictures of your family or whatever. It's very, very cool. You can listen to music. You can look at your photos. You can watch movies, current movies. It's insane. And you can invite friends in there to join you. Okay. But so that was cool enough. I'm in there like, wow. Oh, you could play games in there. But I was like, wow, this is amazing. But then I realized that pretty much from anywhere inside Oculus, I can live stream to Facebook. Now, unfortunately, I was only able to do that to my personal profile. You know that will change. So I was able to do it to my personal profile, and it was really, really neat. And I could see everybody's comments. What else is really cool? Just education, like going inside the human body. Of course, there's gaming and all that stuff, but there was something really important I wanted to tell you that has just completely flew right out of my head. There's another social social app that is integrated in Oculus, and I cannot remember the name of it now, but I got inside of it. It was actually it was before I even did the Facebook social experience. It's another one. And I went into this social network, and I clicked on I created my avatar, and I went into this room, and oh my God, it was so real. And there were 3 other people in there. And one guy was from Sweden, and one guy was from Italy, and there was a lady in there from Atlanta. And when you turn to look at them, you really are turning and looking over your left shoulder. And when they look back at you, They're really looking back. Now, it's an avatar, but they are doing what you're doing. Like, if I wave, they could see me wave. If I brush my hair away if I do this, then my avatar does this. And then everybody sees everything that is happening in that environment as if you were actually placed in real time, in real space in that way. So the host of this particular room because you can change it to space, Tokyo. Oh, I remember what I'm going to tell you. It's about Google. So I have to get back to that. So we changed locations, and then we were at a campsite, and you can hear the fire crackling and see the ash coming off. And anywhere you turn 360 degrees, it's all 100% like accurate. And a snake comes by my feet, and I completely I flew my goggles off my head. I was like, no, it was too real. Also, when you first go into the environment, you can choose like your home welcome screen, and you could be in the Grand Canyon, San Francisco, like anywhere you want, space. But some of them are really scary in terms of, if you're afraid of heights, like really unnerving. So I had to get used to that. What I wanted to tell you about Google, and this just gives you an idea, if you can let your imagination run wild in terms of like what this means. But so the Google car, and that drives all around the earth and takes all the 3D images. And actually right now from your phone or your computer, you could go to Google Earth and you could zoom in to any location on the globe and sort of manipulate your mouse so you can look around that particular area. Well, now with virtual reality, and it's voice activated, I opened up this Google app. It wasn't Google app. It's another integration. I can't remember what it was, but I opened up this app, and it connects with Google. And I said that I wanted to go to Matcha Bang University. Okay, I used to go to school in a country called Lesotho, which is southern Africa. And I gave different streets, and I gave the grocery store like market where we used to hang out. And it was unbelievable. I mean, I haven't been there since I was a teenager, but I went in on virtual reality and was able to, scoot in closer to the stuff I wanted to see and turn around and look. And I was on the campus of the school. I mean, it was just like unbelievable. Okay. There was that. And I haven't even explored all the possibilities. Now, obviously, this could be a huge time suck, a huge time waster. We all probably don't need more screen time. We need less. We need to be spending time more in the real world, not in the virtual world. But I have an excuse, right? At least as far as I tell my family, I'm like, I had to get it because I have to know this stuff because I have to teach it, right? So that's my excuse. But truthfully, things are going to happen really, really quickly. And if you're in marketing, if you're doing online stuff, then you do need to, you don't need to, but it's just nice to know what's coming down the pipeline. I guarantee you, for sure, this is where advertising is going to be going, of course. And then again, if you let your imagination take you to all the places, then I can imagine just even in these Facebook rooms. Well, let me give you another one. They have another one called Facebook Venue, I think is what it's called. That's the other social experience. And you get to pick a theater, like a viewing room of your choice. And each one is more gorgeous than the next. And there's one that looks like an actual theater with red chairs, like a theater, like a proper old-fashioned sort of like gorgeous movie theater. And you can watch a current movie, a Netflix episode, a tutorial, whatever content, and you're doing it with other people, and you can talk to each other, like not typing, you're talking, and they're as clear as day. So you can imagine that showing content to your community in a whole new way, sort of like the watch parties that we've got now in Facebook groups. It's going to be that, only it's just like more immersive. And since we are sort of all gravitating towards experiences, whether they're real life or what we're getting from our online experiences, it just is all about experiences. So this is just going to be one more way to create that for our audience in a way that is hopefully enjoyable for everyone. I'm not going to talk about all the bad stuff that clearly is going to also come along with this. I'm going to let someone else figure that out. Because right now I'm just too pumped about it. I'm really excited. So that's it. I just really was excited, wanted to share this with you. And, I am not going to let myself do this except for like reward time. And so like this morning, I don't know if you caught the beginning of this broadcast, but Deepak Chopra has an app, and I went in and did this meditation. It was a guided meditation, and it was, I can't even explain it. It was unbelievable. And then think about like concerts. Like you could go to concerts, and I have not learned how to create these environments, Nina. Although augmented reality is super doable. Everybody is sort of playing with that and learning how to create their own augmented reality stuff. I mean, I've done like some little filters and stuff in the most basic way. But what I would do is I would enhance environments. I think the first step for me would be like turning an environment that already exists into my own. So like, for example, that room I was telling you about with the red chairs, it looks exactly like the front row branding that I have that always has like, for my front row VIP, the branding that I use for all my marketing is like a red theater, and I'm sitting on the front row. I was like, wow, how perfect is this if I could invite people into that space. So when they join front row VIP, they're joining, and this of course can't happen now because nobody has virtual reality, but soon enough, let's say in a year, I want to be one of the first people that offers this virtual space to my members, right? Because that just takes it one step further. So I could see doing that. I don't know that I don't really have an interest in coding anything or any of that. That's really not that's not my wheelhouse. And so going to a concert, going to a conference, I don't know, I could see Tony Robbins being one of the first people, like one of those, I've never been to one of his really high energy, conferences that he does, but that would be so perfectly suited for VR because you could participate live or recorded both ways, and he could engage with the people live as well. I'd love a virtual tour available at my farm. I'm a web developer, so I'm going to check it out. Yes, so this sounds like that part, the development sounds definitely up your alley, and I think that's great. I'd love to see what you do with that. That sounds amazing. Yeah, and just think about that. You take people on a tour of your horse farm. Oh my God, what does it mean for realtors, for shop owners, that's what we'll be able to do. We'll be able to stick this on. I bet in a year and a half, we'll be able to put these on and start shopping through stores. And many of the things are activated in VR by just pointing your head, and then a light comes off. You have this controller, but then also you activate things just by looking at them. So I can see sort of like looking at something, having it get added to your cart, being able to make it turn around 360, manipulating it, looking under the hood, all the things. And then reviews, you could hear real-time reviews from people. Shopping Amazon and looking for the best microphone, right? And getting there, and there might be 20 other people looking at the microphone, and you all start discussing the microphone. It'll really hurt your head if you think about it too much. But I'm super excited. $199 too. So I was going to ask for it for Mother's Day, and I just thought, no, I don't need to ask for something for Mother's Day. I'm just going to buy it. It's pretty cheap. Okay. That's it. Now I really have to get to work, and I hope you have a great day. Bye. I can't, let's see. It opens up a whole different world of skills for the future. Absolutely. For sure. Okay, guys. See you later for real this time. Bye.